Prince George, the 12-year-old future king of the United Kingdom, is already stepping into his royal destiny, and his latest public appearance with his mother, the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, is sending shockwaves of admiration across the world. On a chilly November evening in London, all eyes turned to the Royal Albert Hall as Prince George joined his mother for one of the most solemn and significant events in the royal calendar, the annual Festival of Remembrance. The moment they arrived, it was clear this wasn't just another mother-son outing. It was a powerful symbol of continuity, of tradition, and of a new royal era quietly beginning to unfold. Kate Middleton, graceful as ever, stepped out in a black satin Alessandra rich gown, its delicate white collar and pearl buttons offering a subtle nod to royal history, evoking the timeless elegance of the late Princess Diana. On her shoulder gleamed a brooch representing HMS Glasgow, the Royal Navy ship she officially named earlier this year, symbolizing her ongoing dedication to the armed forces. Beside her walked Prince George, his expression composed but curious, his posture already reflecting the quiet discipline instilled by his parents. Dressed in a perfectly tailored navy suit with a crisp white shirt and striped tie, George proudly wore the red remembrance poppy, a small but powerful emblem of respect for those who gave their lives in war. As they entered the Royal Albert Hall, the atmosphere was thick with reverence. The event, hosted annually by the Royal British Legion, commemorates the sacrifices of the British and Commonwealth armed forces. But this year's ceremony held deeper meaning, marking both the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II and the 25th anniversary of the UK lifting its ban on LGBTQ+ service members. As the audience fell silent, the national anthem swelled through the Grand Hall, echoing beneath its domed ceiling. The royal family rose to their feet, King Charles III, Queen Camilla, Princess Anne, and now, for the first time, young Prince George among them, a living portrait of 3 generations of monarchy united in duty. Observers could not help but note the symbolism of this moment. George's attendance wasn't an accident, it was a deliberate step, a signal from the palace that the young prince is gradually being introduced to his public role. As second in line to the throne, George's life has been carefully shielded, his public appearances rare and strategic. Yet this evening marked something different. No longer the shy child glimpsed at balcony appearances or sporting events, this was a composed young royal stepping into the legacy of his parents and grandparents. Throughout the evening, the Festival of Remembrance unfolded with emotion and ceremony. Musical performances filled the hall, powerful renditions of wartime anthems, military choirs, and tributes by modern artists like Sam Ryder and Rod Stewart. Veterans, their medals glinting under the soft lights, stood to thunderous applause as stories of bravery, sacrifice, and resilience were retold. Cameras occasionally panned to the royal box, where George watched attentively beside his mother. Kate leaned in at times, quietly explaining details or smiling gently, her hand resting protectively on his arm. It was a small human moment amid all the grandeur, a mother guiding her son through the gravity of royal life. What made this appearance so meaningful was not just the solemnity of the event, but the quiet transformation it represented for both mother and son. For Kate, it was one of her first high-profile outings after a challenging year, following her battle with illness and her period of recovery. Her return has been met with immense public warmth, and this appearance with George was seen as a message of strength, stability, and family unity. For Prince George, it was a coming-of-age moment, a step into a future where his presence will matter just as much as his fathers and grandfathers do today. Social media lit up almost instantly after the images were released. Fans praised the Princess of Wales for her grace and the evident bond between her and George. Many commented on how grown up he looked, with one viral post calling him the perfect blend of William's composure and Kate's warmth. Others drew comparisons between George and his late grandmother, Princess Diana, noting that his posture and quiet poise echoed hers during public ceremonies. Royal watchers around the world called it a defining moment, signaling the start of a new phase for the young prince. But behind the polished appearances, there's a deeper narrative. The royal family knows that the world is watching the next generation closely. Prince William and Kate have spoken often about the importance of giving their children a normal upbringing, balancing royal responsibility with the freedom of childhood. And yet, as George grows older, the line between private life and public duty is slowly but surely shifting. Every outing, every handshake, every formal appearance becomes part of a long preparation for a role few can truly imagine. At 12, George is reportedly being introduced to aspects of history, diplomacy, and service that most of us only read about. He's learning the protocols of royal life, the significance of tradition, and the weight of public expectation, not through lectures, but through experiences like this one. Joining his mother at the Festival of Remembrance isn't just a photo opportunity. It's an education in symbolism, empathy, and leadership, the building blocks of a monarch in the making. Throughout the evening, Kate appeared deeply emotional, especially during moments when the stories of fallen soldiers were recounted. Observers noticed her discreetly wiping a tear as the orchestra played Abide With Me. Prince George, though solemn, appeared calm, his youthful face absorbing the gravity of the occasion. For many, that image, mother and son, united in silence and reflection, became the defining shot of the night. After the event, royal insiders suggested that this may be the first of several official outings for George as the festive season approaches. He is expected to join his family at the upcoming Remembrance Sunday service at the Cenotaph and possibly at Christmas events in Sandringham. Each appearance will be part of a gradual, carefully managed journey into royal life, much like his father's decades ago. Fashion experts were also quick to note how Kate Middleton continues to use style as a form of storytelling. Her choice of black satin, respectful yet striking, honored tradition while subtly modernizing royal mourning wear. The vintage-inspired collar, pearl earrings once worn by Princess Diana, and the Royal Navy brooch were layered with meaning, connecting the present to the past. Every detail, from her hairstyle to her jewelry, spoke to continuity, the essence of monarchy itself. Meanwhile, young George's polished appearance, his dark suit, tidy hair, and understated confidence reminded many of Prince William at a similar age. The royal family's public image has always depended on balancing history with humanity, and this outing captured that balance perfectly. Across British media, headlines the next morning celebrated the duo. Prince George steps into duty beside his mother. Kate and George shine at the Festival of Remembrance. And a prince in training, George marks a royal milestone. Editorials praised Kate's decision to bring him, calling it both strategic and heartfelt, a glimpse into the monarchy's future, where duty and compassion walk hand in hand. For the Princess of Wales, this appearance with her son was more than ceremonial. It was deeply personal. After months away from public life, facing health challenges and scrutiny, returning to the national stage with her eldest child at her side must have carried emotional weight. The public saw not just a princess, but a mother guiding her child, gracefully showing him what service looks like. And for the monarchy itself, the image of Prince George, attentive, dignified, and connected, serves as reassurance. Despite the modern challenges facing the royal family, the next generation appears prepared, present, and ready to uphold the traditions that define them. As the evening drew to a close and the crowd joined in a standing ovation for the veterans, Kate placed her hand gently on George's shoulder, guiding him to stand tall. The orchestra played the final notes of God Save the King, and in that moment, the camera caught a simple but powerful scene. A mother and son, side by side, representing past, present, and future. The world may see it as just another royal appearance, but for those who understand the symbolism, it was far more. It was the story of legacy, of a child taking his first steps into a lifetime of duty, under the watchful eyes of a mother who knows both the beauty and burden of the crown. And as the royal family left the hall, the whispers began about the future, about the next chapter, about how this poised young prince might someday redefine what it means to be king. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity and royal updates just like this, where every glance, gesture, and appearance tells a story far deeper than it seems.